Tonight, torrential rain drenches the coast. Drug testing delays a former councillor's court case. Help for Noosa's rental crisis. And COVID's the scariest costume this Halloween.
Live from the Sunshine Coast, this is 7 News with Rob Brough.
Good evening. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, we've been given a taste of a torrid storm season ahead with heavy rain and some hail, minor flash flooding as well today. Our region dodged the more destructive supercells for now, but the wet weather is expected to hang around until at least tomorrow.
The coast copped a solid drenching today as storms rolled in from the west. There were some early reports of hail at Brough and Nambour. Gympie recorded 15.4 millimetres in 24 hours. 31 millimetres fell at the Sunshine Coast Airport, while Nambour received 34. The rain remained steady at Caloundra, creating makeshift waterfalls. While some locals ran for cover, others relished the opportunity to get out and about.
It's a beautiful time in the rain. A lot of people miss out on the experience.
I can walk in the rain and have my clothes washed while I wear them.
It certainly wasn't going to stop 6-year-old Ellis from trying out his new birthday present.
Bought my son his first fishing rod.
And so you had to come try it out?
Yes, he couldn't resist.
An intense and widespread band of storm cells pushed towards the coast around lunchtime.
Winds in excess of 90 kilometres per hour, potentially even destructive, more than 125 kilometres per hour. We could see large or even giant hail and heavy rainfall, which could lead to localised flash flooding. By early afternoon, Coolum was experiencing minor flash flooding. This wet weather is expected to hang around throughout tonight and tomorrow, but will clear up on Thursday. There'll be a renewed pulse of upper atmospheric support, which will cause storms to become reinvigorated, and we're in for a second day tomorrow. This spring storm is just the beginning. Today, the Weather Bureau confirmed its climate driver, La Nina, could peak in December. Danielle De Pinto, 7 News.
And more of those storms a little later in our national bulletin. Controversial former Noosa councillor Jess Glasgow has had a drug possession charge against him briefly heard in court. Glasgow was pulled over by police in July. The prosecutor is waiting for test results to identify the substance. The 37-year-old has denied knowing it was cocaine. Today's hearing was adjourned. Glasgow was voted off council after making a sleazy appearance on a reality TV show, The Bachelor. The member for Noosa has started a housing crisis group to help desperate renters find somewhere to live. Our Airbnb operators are also being hit hard by the pandemic, with bookings continuing to plummet.
Noosa's intense rental squeeze continues.
It's been critical. It's a crisis for our workers.
Sitting independent Noosa MP Sandy Bolton has hosted the first meeting of a housing action group to address the issue. She's taken to ringing Coast Resorts herself to see if they will consider longer-term accommodation for residents.
And at the moment I'm having literally companies that want to move up here saying that, they can't find anywhere even for $1,000 a week.
The region's already tight market was exacerbated by COVID-19 lockdowns.
It's pretty tough for people who, have to work in this area and need to get accommodations.
The pandemic had the opposite effect on Airbnbs, with our state and national borders staying closed.
Airbnb's gone down by about 2/3.
Vicky Lowe hosts Airbnb accommodation and manages a number of rental properties. She believes part of the reason for the rental crisis in Noosa is that laws brought in during the pandemic make it almost impossible to evict tenants not paying rent.
It's because people aren't moving out. Now a lot of people are going to court to get people evicted that haven't been paying rent. And a lot of the landlords are now going to sell their properties.
Simon Nichols, 7 News.
A truck carrying hay burst into flames on the Brough highway last night. The driver tried to save the truck and his load by unhooking the cab, but both were engulfed. The incident happened near Federal at 6:30 p.m. Within an hour, emergency crews were called to a truck crash only a few hundred metres away. One truck jackknifed, hit the barrier and was then hit by another truck. Luckily, no one was seriously injured. The Brough River and Palmerston Passage will be given a green boost to restore estuaries and replenish fish stocks. The $300,000 federal government grant will help ensure that our waterways are healthy for all wildlife.
Rain, hail or shine, Paul Harney spends his days caring for the environment. He's watched trees be stripped away from the Palmerston Passage.
The impact of the developments through the canal developments and so on has increased the flow of water, which has impacted the movement of the sandbanks.
This erosion means mangroves are destroyed. They act as fish nurseries, so when they go, so do the fish. Now the Palmerston Passage and the Maroochy River will be given a boost as part of the Fisheries Habitat Restoration Program.
It's so important that we keep our estuaries as clean as we possibly can, and this $300,000 will go a large way into achieving that goal.
It'll help improve water quality, protect wildlife and restore the riverbank.
Rather than building artificial barriers, we thought that if we cooperated with nature and worked with nature, it could have a very beneficial effect in the passage.
A move the member for Fisher says fishers will welcome.
We want to see people being able to fish for generations to come. And the best way to be able to do that is to ensure that we look after our waterways.
Work on the 3-year project will begin later this year. Katie Toney, 7 News.
Surf Life Saving Queensland has raised almost $400,000 in its yearly Save Our Savers fundraising campaign. Volunteers from 52 clubs all over the state rallied to encourage people to donate. The final tally was up by $60,000 on last year, but fell $100,000 short of their $500,000 goal, not helped, of course, by the pandemic. The money will go towards buying equipment and training members. By the way, Met Caloundra raised the most of any club with $53,000. Trick-or-treating will look a little different this Halloween as COVID puts the frighteners on any mass neighbourhood hauntings. Communal sweet bowls are still a thing, but there are a few do's and don'ts from our police.
Forget monsters and zombies, the scariest costume of 2020 is very real.
I was closed for 3 solid months because of COVID, so I decided to be COVID.
Katrina Buckney is banking on Halloween to keep her costume shop open. So far, so good.
Lots of lab coats for like Dr. COVID.
If COVID isn't scary enough, play your trump card.
Here's probably our most terrifying mask in the shop.
Trick-or-treating is allowed across Queensland this All Hallows Eve. Signs can be printed from the QPS website to run for your life or enter if you dare.
If you have young children, you should always accompany them. Make sure that they're behaving responsibly, if they're not egging the neighbours' houses and things like that.
Families are warned to stay in household groups and to use hand sanitizer between bowls of treats. Queensland Health is encouraging people to individually package loose lollies. COVID has caused the cancellation of many events this year, so people and pets are going bananas for the chance to celebrate.
This year it falls on a lunar full moon, and because nobody's partied for months, everybody's coming out to play.
Halloween parties are no different to any other party. There's a maximum of 40 people in your residence.
And go easy on the booze. Sophie Tetzlaff, 7 News.
Yeah, it's on Saturday night. Have your lolly bowls ready to go. We'll take a break in a moment. The best way to honour our veterans this Remembrance Day. And the Rum and Beer Partnership, that's a heady mix.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Go without me.
The only way out is to quit.
Go, go! Stop panicking.
Some weak links amongst you.
You are a liability!
Get in the water.
Down there!
Everyone has their breaking point.
Look at me. You get back on that log or you give me your number. Make a decision now.
SAS Australia, tonight, 7:30 on 7.
When frequent heartburn kept waking me up at night, enough was enough. So I tried Nexium 24-hour.
Unlike antacids that often require multiple doses per day, Nexium 24-hour is better. Just 1 tablet a day can provide 24-hour protection. Live life less interrupted.
Whether you're looking to lose weight, stay healthy and enjoy more free time, or you're finding it difficult to prepare healthy meals yourself, Light and Easy has a solution for you. Light and Easy gives you your choice of over 100 delicious meals, designed by dietitians, created by chefs, and all delivered to your door. If you're looking for a healthy eating solution, look no further than Australia's #1 healthy meal delivery service. Visit lightandeasy.com.au or call 13 15 12 today.
Freshness, quality, service. Eat spring fresh and make a better choice.
My community matters to me, so we shop at our local fruit shop.
Look for this logo or find your local fruit shop at abetterchoice.com.au.
New Primo microwave bacon. It's good as pan-fried. Just 30 seconds. Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
New Primo microwave bacon. As good as pan-fried in 30 seconds.
New tortilla pockets are ready for takeoff. And we are gone! Launching to mess-free Mexican with new tortilla pockets from Old El Paso.
At Terry White Chemmart, we're adding real value every day with our own range of high-quality products, including pharmacy-only medicines, to give your family the best possible care at our lowest everyday prices. Real value every day at Terry White Chemmart.
My perfect bowl?
Plain cornflakes and plain cold milk.
Warm milk? Shortbread? No, not in the cornflakes. You've got to have the peaches and the bananas.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice having you with us on 7 News. 6 students from Pacific Lutheran College have chopped off their locks for charity. The girls were raising money for the Cancer Council as part of the Ponytail Project. It was the school's first year getting involved, and they notched up more than $4,000 in donations. The girls have spent the year growing their hair as long as possible for today's big chop. Well done. Now, we're all being asked to pause this Remembrance Day to honour our servicemen and women in a COVID-safe and very Aussie way. It's the perfect excuse for a backyard barbie to raise money to support our veterans.
On the 11th day of the 11th month, the nation remembers the soldiers who died in World War I. A veterans' mental health organisation is making sure COVID-19 doesn't get in the way of commemorations this year.
Swiss 8's put together a barbecue to remember. It's a campaign encouraging people to pause, remember, bring your mates together for Remembrance Day.
It's hoped to reduce social isolation and get people talking about mental health. Former Australian rugby player Wendell Saylor is one of those backing the plan.
We love the barbecue in Australia, but there's a great cause for the men and women who serve our country.
Local pubs and RSL clubs are invited to get in on the action and host their own barbecue. Funds raised will go directly towards supporting veterans or to RSLs hosting the events.
You can register a barbie at barbecuetoremember.com, or you can just rock up to your RSL on Remembrance Day and have a barbie with the RSL.
Gismond, 7 News.
Well, it's been dubbed one of the greatest Australian combinations since Vegemite on toast and pies at the footy. Bundy Rum has partnered with Yumundi Brewery to make what they're calling the ultimate Queensland beer. And Katie reliably tells us it's a beauty.
Bubbling away in the Yumundi Brewery is the latest craft beer creation. But this isn't just any frothy. It's an ale for the ages, a hop for the history books.
To have two iconic brands working together and in one glass, it's fantastic.
The Yumundi Brewery has partnered with Bundaberg Rum to make Yubundi. It's where beer meets the bear.
We're very good fans of what the guys up at Bundaberg Distillery do, and they like our beer as well.
The brew is a combination of a pale ale and Bundy's spiced rum.
It's then been finished with just a little hint of ginger from the local Yumundi and Bundaberg regions, making it the perfect beer to enjoy on a hot Queensland sunny afternoon. 250
cartons have been made, plus 50 kegs for pubs on the Sunshine Coast and in Bundaberg. The first schooner goes on sale on November 14. Then it's over to you to taste test.
We're really excited about this innovation and really excited about getting feedback from Yumundi Brewery and Bundaberg Rum Distillery fans.
I'm very much hoping that this takes off and we can do more things like this and partner with the team, and I hope most of all that people love it.
Cheers to that.
Queensland in a can.
Katie Toney, 7 News.
Katie, share that carton with you, Nathan?
No, but I was wondering why Katie was asleep at a desk at about 5 o'clock. Now that story's the answer.
Got it. You had a big question answered on day 2 of the Maroon Camp, Nate.
There was, Rob. Look, it was all about the future of James Ackerman medalist Harry Grant and his future with our premiership-winning Melbourne Storm. We'll have more on that next. And the USC Spartans return from a special camp at their new home, away from home.
What's that? How big is that thing?
Hold on to your boats.
The Megalodon was the largest shark that ever existed.
For the monster premiere.
Show him this, you ugly butt.
The Meg, tonight, 8:30 on 7.
You want to get a... Yes. What's been the highlight of your morning? Probably this.
What do you think to happen now? You ready to have your say?
31st of October is State General Election Day. Plan the way you'll have your say. Visit ecq.qld.gov.au.
This spring, Ladbrokes is changing the way you multi, putting the power in your hands and giving you more chances to win. With our new split and blended features, load up your multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Get all the racing multi-combinations you want, done in one. Ladbrokes. Back yourself.
Your relationship didn't start with a fight. It doesn't have to end in one either. Toomey Family Law. Results for your future.
Honeysuckle Restaurant on the top of Ballinger Road, Buntram is now open with a yum cha lunch menu designed to be shared amongst friends. A dinner menu featuring classic Asian dishes and takeaway. Honeysuckle Restaurant, Buntram. Book now by phone or on the website.
At Harvey Norman, get 5% back in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected cooking appliances. That's 5% back on Fisher & Paykel, plus even more bonuses. 5% back on Belling cookers, plus massive cashback offer. 5% back on Electrolux, plus huge cashback on packages. 5% back on Smeg, plus cashback on selected ranges. 5% back on Westinghouse, plus cashback on Aspire packages. Plus get 60 months interest free with bonus gift cards. Harvey Norman, everything for the heart of your home.
Go! Looking for the perfect car? Just head 7Ks that way. 2Ks that way. 7Ks that way. 7Ks that way. John Medill Toyota at the Auto Park, Yamundi Road, Noosaville. Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
Get your Woolies worth this Halloween with Mars medium 12 to 18 packs or Cadbury medium 144 to 180 gram share packs, now just $2.50 each.
That's why I pick Woolies.
Welcome back to 7 News. While the Melbourne Storm have spent another day in their Twin Waters hub, reigning James Ackerman medalist Harry Grant has confirmed he will be back at the club next season. Grant, who was on loan to the West Tigers this season, is currently living out a childhood dream in Queensland's Origin camp.
NRL Rookie of the Year and now a member of Queensland's 27-man squad, Harry Grant is loving his footy.
Once I seen that and got the all clear, I was, on the phone to Mum and Dad.
And the hooker would fulfil a childhood dream if he makes the 17 for Game 1.
That was one that sits with me and also the Billy Slater try. Everyone sort of used to get in the backyard. And
Grant faces a battle for the number 9 jersey, though, with Noosa's Jake Friend the favourite. And the reigning James Ackerman medalist expects to return to the Storm next year.
I let him enjoy the next few days after winning the grand final and celebrating, and then see what the plan is for pre-season.
The Storm are still on the coast. Their Origin players will join their respective Origin camps tomorrow. Ryan Pappenhausen firming for the Blues fullback role if James Tedesco doesn't overcome a knee injury.
Medial grade 2. Yeah, so I did that in the Raiders game, and I've just been sort of in a brace for a week or two and then just doing all the rehab stuff, and had first run today.
Meanwhile, the NRL won't take any further action against Storm captain Cameron Smith for accusing referee Gerard Sutton of concocting a Panthers comeback in Melbourne's grand final win.
I think Cameron, could be smarter with his choice of words, but there's going to be no formal action taken by the match review committee, and we'll respect that.
Luke McGarry, 7 News.
Well, the Sunshine Coast looks set to be rewarded after the region hosted AFL teams here during the COVID-affected season as part of that Queensland hub. 7 News understands a number of clubs have expressed an interest in bringing their pre-season camps to the coast over the summer, while AFL CEO Gillan McLachlan has hinted at a full round of matches being played in Queensland next year. Maroochydore is unlikely to host a game for points in 2021, but a pre-season fixture remains a possibility.
There's a number of things that need to occur for, obviously for host premiership games, and that's, again, you look at the master plan here at Maroochydore, and there's, more additional facility development coming.
Meanwhile, the Noosa Tigers are hopeful of joining the Maroochydore Roos in the QAFL next season.
We'll work through that over the next, 2 to 3 weeks, with the changes to the NEFL and, the amalgamation with the VFL to form a East Coast competition.
The Tigers were undefeated in this year's Hart Cup. Well, the Coast reigning Nutrigrain Iron Woman and Coolangatta Gold champion has made a shock move ahead of the surf sport summer. Lana Rogers will no longer wear the Noosa cap. Instead, she's joined the Alex Head Surf Club, along with her coach Charlene Kelly. The 24-year-old says she's relishing the opportunity to train alongside some of the Coast's best surf lifesavers. Rogers took out the women's race at the inaugural Unbreakable event over the weekend. USC Spartans coach Chris Mooney believes a recent camp in central Queensland was crucial for his swimmers to reset mentally and physically before starting a heavy workload. The squad took part in an unusual training block at a place called Emu Park.
Volleyball's clearly not their strong suit, nor is going slow in the water. Still, moments like this are crucial for the USC Spartans.
It does reset our mental goals, and it gives us something to look forward to with all that hard work that we've been putting.
Today was the last day of a week-long training camp away from their home on the Sunshine Coast.
I thought it'd be great for their mindset to just take them away and to freshen the mind up, freshen the body up.
There was nothing casual about the choice to spend time at Emu Park Gym and Swim.
We drove up, so 6-7 hour drive. It simulates a journey to Japan. The weather simulates the weather that we're going to experience in Tokyo.
And complaints were few and far between.
I think it's really good for the squad to get away from our own environment and do something a little bit different.
I told them that Yeppoon is a vibe, it's a good place to be, and they've embraced it.
Dallas Rogers should know she spent most of her childhood in CQ. A trip back home was the perfect setup for a busy end to 2020.
Throughout the rest of the year, we've got a very hard training block, and then we've got Queensland States at the end of the year, and just once 2021 hits, go time.
We've fallen in love with Yeppoon, and I guarantee you we'll be back in the new year for further training camps.
Connor Rose, 7 News.
Now, Brough, the Sunshine Coast Wanderers were supposed to have a catch-up soccer match tonight in Brisbane, but no surprise that's not going ahead. That would have been like the Spartans having a swim at Olympics Park.
It would have been floating along, mate, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck with the drive home.
Lovely. Thank you, Nath. And we'll have more on that, of course, in the National Bulletin, which I said earlier tonight. Anyway, we've got our weather and a tick with Liv right after the break here on 7.
An eagle eye to spot the hidden clues and a brilliant mind to piece it all together. Inspector Morse, tonight on 7-2.
This spring, Ladbrokes is changing the way you multi. With our new split and blended features, load up your multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Ladbrokes. Back yourself.
Freshness, quality, service. Eat spring fresh and make a better choice.
My community matters to me, so we shop at our local fruit shop.
Look for this logo or find your local fruit shop at abetterchoice.com.au.
Your destination is only the beginning. The BMW 320i sedan from 72,900 drive away. Let it take you. Search BMW 3 Series.
If I were you, I'd get a long loan. 40 years, maybe 50. Am I right?
What do you think?
I think we can do better.
An Aussie broker can help you get the right home loan for right now. Go straight to Aussie.
Now's a great time to sort out your health cover with NIB. Join any combined hospital and extras cover online by October 31 and you'll get a virtual Visa e-gift card valued up to $400. Join NIB today. It's worth it.
Turn your face into an epic reminder for this Wednesday and get a queen-size bed frame with a flexi-slat base for $229, a queen-size bamboo charcoal-infused mattress protector for $49.99 and a 2-drawer mid-century bedside table for $49.99. Only at Aldi. Good. Different.
This spring, Ladbrokes is changing the way you multi. With our new split and blended features, load up your multi-legs with runners from the same race, and if any of them get up, you win. Ladbrokes. Back yourself.
It's back. The most amazing.
Oh, wow.
Spellbinding, incredible talent.
Absolutely brilliant.
Who will make it through to the finals?
Welcome to the finals.
New Britain's Got Talent. Thursday, 8:30 on 7.
Good evening. Livio Regano with tonight's weather. Widespread thunderstorms erupted right across eastern Queensland this afternoon with multiple warnings for heavy rain and strong winds. Storms are clearing the Sunshine Coast now, but it's all coming back again tomorrow, so brace for more. Cloudy and muggy today with humidity reaching 85% and tops in the mid-20s after a very warm night. The highest rainfall to 9 a.m. was 15 millimetres near Beerwah, but there's been another 60-odd mils around Bly since this morning, and we'll see tomorrow exactly what those falls are. Let's look at the satellite loop now. You can see, as expected, a big, widespread band of thunderstorms extending right from the New South Wales border all the way up to Cairns erupted this afternoon. The severe cells were concentrated in the southern bit, and we were very, very lucky that we didn't get worse ones because there are certain cells that went through there, possibly even through Brisbane and to the north of us, that we'll find out tomorrow morning were quite destructive. The upper level low that's established itself will be back again tomorrow, so we'll see the exact same thing happening around here again in 12 to 24 hours. Let's have a look at today's chart. On the surface, the main influence, I suppose, is the cold front that's just hooked around Brisbane at the moment, and there's an inland trough. This is what we call the classic V, and in this area, it's a perfect breeding ground for thunderstorms when you have an upper low sitting on top of you, augmenting the uplift of the extremely moist air. On tomorrow's chart, as you can see, it looks very similar. Upper level low is still there. But on the outlook chart, we'll start to see that the upper level trough with the surface trough moves offshore and things will start to stabilise again. So now the latest from the Weather Bureau, the boating forecast for Sunshine Coast waters. Apart from a few hours of light southeasterly through the middle of tomorrow, the forecast is for northwest to northeast winds up to 20 knots for the next 3 days. Surf's on the rise again. A 1 metre easterly swell's come up out of nowhere after almost flat conditions this morning. North-facing beaches are still your safest bet. Another high tide tomorrow morning. Not a huge tide by common standards, but each daily peak is steadily rising with the approach of this weekend's full moon. Now, the southeast coast district, cloudy and foggy at first with showers and potentially severe thunderstorms later. What a cocktail. Maroochydore and Nambour, 26 degrees. Gympie, 28. Looking ahead for Maroochydore, after a quiet period on Thursday, Friday, we've got a second wave of storms over the weekend to reckon with. Too early for details, but it's certainly going to be humid. Looks like a promising start to the wet season with La Nina on our side at least until autumn. Let's hope for more rain without the carnage, though as we all know, you can't always have it both ways. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, you're relishing having a chat about this weather, Liv, aren't you, mate? Lovely having your company, folks, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Just a reminder, you can catch the news anytime on 7+. Take care. Good night.